Hey, NACC fans, Andrew Weber back here to talk some more NACC basketball. Big episode this week before we all head off to enjoy the holidays with family and friends, and hopefully a little relaxation for everybody. So we'll jump right into it with a review of last week's games before we get into big week this week with a couple of non-conference games as well as conference to end the week. Last Tuesday, Lakeland traveled to Holy Family and came away with an 84-78 win. Trent Nickel led the Muskies with 19 points, and Sam Kaminsky with a big double-double off the bench, 12 points, 15 rebounds. Jaquan Bakis and Zach Hazenstein both scored 11. Second chance points was huge in that game, with Lakeland with a 20-4 advantage, as well as bench points, 48-19 in Lakeland's favor. Lakeland made 32 shots off of 20 assists, and also took care of the basketball on the road, just committing 9 turnovers. In return, Lakeland did force 16 turnovers. Lakeland shot 42% from the field, 32% from the three, but struggled a little bit from the free throw line with 56%, while Holy Family shot 42% from the field, 45% from the three, and 77% from the free throw line. But again, with Lakeland forcing 16 turnovers, those possessions were limited, and that's how Lakeland was able to come away with a win. The big win of the week was Dominican beating IIT at home, 65-59. Again, that was a rescheduled game from last week, actually 2 weeks ago, that had to be rescheduled due to some high flyers breaking a rim during warm-up. So, again, Dominican won at home against IIT, 65-59. Max Hizataki scored a game-high 20 points and 9 rebounds, followed by 14 and 9 from Miles Curry. Dominican led by Jackson Smith with 19 and 5, KJ Redfield with 14 points, and Tyler Guest with 12. Bench points and free throws were the big difference. The Dominican bench outscored IIT 23-12, and Dominican made as many free throws as IIT attempted. Dominican went 16 and 19 from the free throw line, while IIT went 10 for 16. On the evening, IIT shot 38% from the field, 20% from three, and 63% from the free throw line. Dominican shot 46% from the field, 24% from the three, and 84% from the free throw line. So again, a big win at home for Dominican. Rockford traveled to Knox. Knox came away with the 84-66 win. Rockford was led by Cavante Shaw, with 18, followed by Vincent Eugene with 13 points. Rockford shot 39% from the field, 35% from three, and 46% from the free throw line. They did get out-rebounded 46-30. Rockford did outscore Knox 35-17 on bench points. The Regents did travel to Knox and play without their leading scorer, Nathaniel Sheed. Not sure why, but went on the road with their leading scorer not in the lineup for him. MSOE bounced back and got a 94-75 win at Beloit. Travis Ballard and Matt Kermsey led the way for the Red Raiders with 22 points each, followed by 17 from Michael Petroff and 12 from Josh Herzog. MSOE made 34 field goals on 17 assists while committing just 8 turnovers. MSOE shot 55% from the field, 50% from three, and 79% from the free throw line. They did outscore Beloit in the paint, 36-24. Aurora hosted nationally ranked North Central. Aurora lost to North Central 83-63. AU was led by Jared Hotwagner with 17 and 9. Bailey Vance and Willie Hughes were combined 1 of 11 for 6 points on the night. AU was outscored from the bench 41-19. Rough night from the field for the Spartans. Shot 30% from the field, 30% from three, and 47% from the free throw line. On Saturday, back to full NACC action. IIT traveled to Lakeland. Lakeland came away with a 73-67 win. fighting back from a 10-point halftime deficit. Again, Max Hizataki with another big game, 25 points and 13 rebounds. Miles Curry chipped in with another double-double, 18 points and 14 rebounds. Lakeland was led by Jaquan Pegues with 19 points, 17 of which were scored in the second half. Carlos Campos with 12, and Tony White had 10. Bench points, second chance points, and points off turnovers were all in Lakeland's favor. Lakeland's bench outscored IIT's bench 23-12. Second chance points again in Lakeland's favor, 19-7, and points off turnovers, 16-8. Lakeland did force 17 IIT turnovers on the afternoon. IIT shot 47% from the field, 25% from 3, 68% from the free throw line. Lakeland shot 36% from the field, 42% from the 3, and 69% from the free throw line. Dominican traveled to Wisconsin Lutheran. Wisconsin Lutheran came away with the 85-69 win. WLC was led by, no surprise here, Andrew Brudnick with another double-double. Big game, 15 points and 16 rebounds to go along with 6 assists. Zach Zolliger with a big game as well, 19.7 rebounds, 6 of which were offensive. DU was led by Nick Lever and Tyler Guest, both with 14. Luke McDermott chipped in 10. Owen Handy and Jackson Smith. Luke McDermott scored 12. Owen Handy and Jackson Smith both chipped in with 10. Big difference for points in the paint. Wisconsin Lutheran had 52 points in the paint compared to Dominican's 22. Wisconsin Lutheran bench also with the big advantage, 40 points to 20. Wisconsin Lutheran won the rebounding battle, 43-29. Dominican shot 39% from the field, 37% from 3, and 100% from the free throw line, while Wisconsin Lutheran shot 52% from the field, 27% from the 3, and 70% from the free throw line. Dominican did have 15 assists for 24 made field goals. Concordia, Wisconsin traveled to Marion. Concordia, Wisconsin came away with an 81-57 win. CU Dub was led by Jordan Johnson and Gabe Pruss. Both scored 13 points apiece off the bench, while Olaken George scored 11 for the Falcons. Marion was led by Justin Wilson with 9. CU Dub scored 44 points in the paint compared to Marion's 26. Fast break points were also in CU Dub's favor, 18-2. CU Dub, who's consistently been a team that shares the basketball year in and year out, had 25 assists for 33 field goals on the afternoon. Concordia, Wisconsin shot 53% from the field, 29% from 3, and 56% from the free throw line, while Marion shot 31% from the field, 24% from the three-point line, and 82% from the free throw line. Aurora came away with a big road win at MSOE, 93-90. 6 players in double digits for the Spartans, led by Bailey Vance with 19. Jarek Hotwagner with 15, Hashim Keys with 13, Rashad Johnson with 12, Will Hughes with 11, and Shamar Pumphrey with 10. MSOE was led by Michael Petroff with 27 points and 7 rebounds, Matt Kermsey with 16, and Josh Herzog with 14. AU forced 19 turnovers while just committing 6 themselves. AU did score 29 points off of those turnovers. So he did win the rebounding battle, 31-20. On the afternoon, Aurora shot 57% from the field, 44% from 3, and 72% from the free throw line, while MSOE shot 63% from the field, 50% from 3, and 82% from the free throw line. Rockford traveled to Edgewood. Edgewood came away with the 81-67 win. The Eagles were led by Ben Seafield with 22 points, followed by Ryan Buss with 21, and Jake Nagus, who came off the bench to chip in 10. Rockford brought back their leading scorer, Nathaniel Sheed, with 17 to lead the Regents, followed by Ashton Singleton with 13 points. Both off the bench for the Regents, and Cavante Shaw chipped in 11. Edgewood won the rebounding battle 42-33. On the afternoon, Edgewood, again, another team that shares the basketball really well, had 20 assists for 30 made field goals. Rockford shot 39% from the field, 32% from 3, and 70% from the free throw line. Edgewood shot 49% from the field, 44% from three, and 74% from the free throw line. Both teams valued the basketball. The Regents committing only 12 turnovers, while Edgewood only committed 10. On Sunday, Marion traveled to Martin Luther, came away with a 69-64 win. Scott Paulus led the Sabres with 13 points and 16 rebounds. Justin Wilson with 12. Jake Pedrin with 11. And off the bench, Matt Hickey chipped in 10. Marion held Martin Luther to 43% from the field, 26% from the three, and 53% from the free throw line, while Marion shot 34% from the field, 33% from three, and 76% from the free throw line. The Sabres did win the rebounding battle, 45-36, and second chance points, also in their favor, 12-7. Won the free throw battle, 19 makes compared to 17 attempts for Martin Luther. So again, that was a review of the games last week. This week, got a mixture of midweek games for non-conference. With tonight, big NACC game. Benedictine traveled to Concordia, Chicago. The Cougars came away with a big win over the 24-ranked Eagles, 90-72 at Concordia, Chicago. Jalen Meeks, no surprise here, he's been pretty consistent all year with the big game. 26 points for him to go along with 8 rebounds. On the evening, Jalen Meeks was 10 for 12 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point line, 5 for 8 from the free throw line. So a big night for Mr. Meeks, but it's also nice when you get contributions from Exo Golding with 19 points to go along with 6 rebounds. The other double-digit scorer for the Cougars was Rashawn Amos with 18 points. He had 3 assists and 3 rebounds as well. On the evening, Concordia Chicago shot 45% from the field, 43% from the three-point line, and 75% from the free throw line. Benedictine was led in scoring by Eric Griego with 21 points. And only 4 rebounds. Kenny Bogus with a double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds. Nick Kosich, also chipped in double-digit scoring with 13 points. Other than that, kind of a silent night for the Eagles. Michael Boatwright held to 5. Keegan Grabner with 3. Kyle Grabner had 10 points as well for the Eagles. On an evening, Benedictine scored 72 points, shot 37% from the field, 27% from the three-point line, and 42% from the free throw line. Rebounding battle, Concordia won it 55-38. The largest lead of the night, where Chicago was up 29 with 19:37 left in the second half. Benedictine's largest lead was 2-0 to start the game at 19 minutes and 23 seconds. Assists were the same, 16 for the Cougars, 14 for the Eagles. Turnovers, Concordia Chicago committed 22 turnovers compared to just 13 for Benedictine. The big difference was bench points. Bench points in favor of Concordia Chicago with 34 compared to just 7 for Benedictine. So a big win for the Cougars. Again, it kind of opens things up even more in the NACC running. Tomorrow night, December 17th, Wisconsin Lutheran travels to Martin Luther. Dominican travels to Greenville. It's going to be an interesting game to see how Dominican game plans for that. For those that don't know, Greenville runs the system. They want to get out and they want to score as many points as possible, subbing 5 for 5, which is a little bit different than what Dominican normally game plans on a daily basis. So it's going to be interesting to watch that one tomorrow night. Follow that, Dominican at Greenville. Rockford on Wednesday travels to North Park of the CCIW. Rockford's hoping to turn things around after a little bit of a rough week last week, but a big non-conference game. And then on a Friday, Co travels to Concordia, Wisconsin. Co out of the American Rivers Conference out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Wisconsin Lutheran travels to Aurora for a conference game. NACC, who just beat Rockford last week, travels to Dominican. Edgewood in conference game travels to Lakeland. And then on Saturday, Concordia, Wisconsin host Wartburg. So those are the games this week for the NACC. Should be a fun week. Hopefully, everyone can make it through the week healthy and get home to enjoy the holidays with family and friends, but also enjoy a little bit of time off. Get about 5 to 7 days off, I would assume, for each team before all the fun really begins. The next 4 or 5 weeks, it's just basketball for these guys, and it's fun, it's exciting, and no other worries other than trying to figure out the NACC for the remaining of the year. So big week again. Again, tonight we kicked off the week with a Concordia Chicago win over number 24 Benedictine. Tomorrow night, December 17th, Wisconsin Lutheran travels to Martin Luther, and Dominican travels to Greenville. On Wednesday, December 18th, Rockford travels to North Park. Friday, December 20th, Co travels to Concordia, Wisconsin. Wisconsin Lutheran travels to Aurora. Knox travels to Dominican. Edgewood travels to Lakeland. And then on Saturday, Wartburg travels to Concordia, Wisconsin. So again, if you want to follow the NACC games, whether it's through live stats or live streaming, you can go to the NACC page, NACC men's basketball page, or you could also go to each institution's athletic webpage and click on their schedule, where they'll be able to provide links for live stats or live streaming. It's again, everything is wide open in the NACC, especially with the big upset tonight by Concordia Chicago. Everybody has at least one loss in conference play, so it's going to be a fun remaining of the season following NACC play. About 15 games remaining for each NACC opponent. So plenty of games for teams to turn it around if you're looking at the NACC standings, but also some opportunities to build some space in the standings. Take care of business at home, steal a couple wins on the road. All of a sudden, you put yourself in a good position. So if you want to win the NACC, you got to handle business at home and steal some games on the road. Easier said than done, but if you're looking for a conference champion, that's how it's going to get done. So, again, NACC fans, enjoy it. Appreciate, again, taking the time to listen to this week's podcast, and I hope everybody has a great and happy holiday with family and friends.